Hey guys, so I just got a quick video for you today and I wanted to talk a little bit about buy it for life items, the importance of sometimes stepping it up a little bit in the cost in order to get something that's going to be a long lasting product that's going to serve you for a lot of years. Now that I live with my girlfriend, I've had the pleasure of being able to use her Vitamix. She's owned this Vitamix blender for a lot of years, and if you don't know Vitamix, they're a really high quality name in the smoothie game. If you go to any sort of smoothie bar and you order a smoothie there, you're going to see them probably making it through a Vitamix blender. They're very robust machines. They last a long time and they can be used in that industrial setting. I think it's been like 5 years or something that she's had this thing. Recently though, she was blending up some frozen strawberries and one of them cracked the sidewall of the actual container. I have the container here, you can see it. There's right here, there's this crack that goes along the bottom. That's from the strawberry. And unfortunately, it's been leaking and we can't really use it anymore. I was also been worried about, because of the crack, any like bits of the plastic actually getting into our smoothie. We don't want that. So we were looking for a replacement for this. I was looking around on Amazon and they did have like third-party replacements, but all the reviews I saw said that it was a lower quality plastic. They didn't feel that it was nearly the quality as to what Vitamix offers. I looked at Vitamix's replacement buckets and they were going to be quite expensive as well. And then I also looked on the used market to see if anything was available. They were also like $100 for a used blender pitcher, and I think that's just a little bit too much. The thing is, this is a really high quality machine. The motor has no signs of stopping. I have no doubt that it's going to last us for a very long time, but we needed to replace this expensive part and we weren't sure what to do. So today's Friday, and I believe just 2 days ago on this past Wednesday, my girlfriend actually called Vitamix, talked to their customer service representative, explained our situation, and guess what they did? They sent us this. Free of charge, no questions asked, a complete new blender pitcher. Let's open this thing up and I'll continue. Cut toward your buddy, not your body. Always seemed like a weird rule. You don't want to cut your buddy either. Wow, brand spanking new 64 ounce Vitamix branded blender pitcher. They even gave us a new plunger as well. Well used, much needed upgrade. Holy smokes. And folks, this was just 2 days ago that we spoke to this customer service agent, and 2 days later, this was shipped to us from Cleveland, Ohio, up to Toronto. Hey guys, Spencer 2 days later. I was looking back at the footage as I was putting this video together and I realized that everything else from that point on was blurry. The blender was focused on instead of my face for the rest of the video, so I'm back finishing the video up a couple days later. I also cut my hair. I hope you enjoy it. So I said that when we called the customer service, there was no questions asked with the replacement, and that's true for the most part, but she did ask a few questions. She had us go through the entire blender assembly and make sure that none of the other components were worn out. While she was doing this customer service request and replacing the blender pitcher, she wanted to make sure there weren't any other components that were wearing out and that needed replacement as well. My girlfriend and I were both on the phone while we were dealing with this, and I was honestly like blown away. I was like flabbergasted that they were doing this to this extent. I was like, it's crazy that you guys are not only giving us a free pitcher, but you're like making me go through the rest of the blender and you'll give me other free parts if needed as well. And what the customer service agent said, it was really awesome. It really made my day. She was like, you know what? It's fine. We're part of the Vitamix family. You guys have a Vitamix. You're part of the Vitamix family and we help family. And I know to an extent that's just kind of marketing jargon, but it was really powerful to me to see a company stand behind their product so much. Now, my girlfriend's had this blender for, as I said, approximately 5 years. Vitamix has a 10-year warranty on these things. So we were about halfway there before the fatal strawberry incident. Of course, it's not a true 80-year, like buy it for life and no questions asked, they'll replace it. But like, I don't think that's necessarily realistic for something like this. This is an electronic appliance. I think 10 years of this type of service, that even like 5 more years from now, if anything breaks, they could replace all of the parts in here for me for free with that speed. I think that is just, there's no companies out here really doing that. Now the Vitamix is extremely robust. I've blended frozen bananas into ice cream in here, tons of smoothies, hot things like soups and stews, things like that that I wanted to puree. I don't know if I would blend frozen strawberries in here again. At least I think I would thaw them for a few minutes outside of the freezer before I was to blend them, just to avoid an incident like this occurring once again. But folks, I am very impressed with Vitamix here, and I'm going to recommend Vitamix to anybody who asks in the future. If you have money for a blender and you want to step it up if you take your health seriously to the point that you have a lot of smoothies and you're blending a lot of stuff up, you blend frequently, I would say step it up and get the Vitamix. If this is something that you're going to use hard, you want a company that is going to stand behind that product and replace parts as needed. And folks, I want to just broaden this out for a minute and just talk about buying products in general and buying long-lasting goods in general. Sometimes that does require you to step it up a little bit in cost. Now, I could have just went to the Walmart or something like that and bought a blender there to replace the Vitamix. Now, that thing is going to wear out if I use it every day in a couple of years, and it also isn't going to have the capability of the Vitamix every day leading up to that point. So if you know you want a product like this, if you know that you like to blend stuff, that's some way that you enjoy consuming your food, then I think stepping it up is okay. Even if you're a frugal person, I think that there's no reason that frugality can't be compatible with buying high quality, long lasting items. Ultimately, frugality is very different from being cheap. It requires being intentional with your money, stepping it up in categories where you value that item, and then not spending it all in categories where you don't. By being intentional with your money, you're going to save money from not spending in certain areas, and then you're going to have a little bit extra to spend when you have areas that you want to focus on. The Vitamix is a quality item. Vitamix is a chosen brand for being used in places like restaurants and smoothie bars, places where they're going to be used all day, every day. And I can see why Vitamix machines are chosen for these settings. These are high quality machines. They're able to blend a lot more efficiently and a lot more effectively than a lot of the cheaper options. And then they also have a warranty that stands behind the item. And for you, it doesn't have to be Vitamix. If you're not looking for a Vitamix blender, then just take this with you. Take this idea with you that it's okay to step it up on high quality goods that you're going to use frequently, that you want to last for a long time, and sometimes also stepping up to get a company that is going to stand behind their product, that is going to replace it if you need it. I'm so happy with this blender. I've been enjoying it for the last few days, and I'm actually going to stop recording and go and make a smoothie right now. The moral of the story here is choose good, buy it for life items. Choose companies like Vitamix that are going to stand behind your product if it ever has any issues. Hopefully it won't, but know that they will stand behind it if you need it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you again to Vitamix for replacing the blender so effectively and so fast. That was like Amazon speed delivery, and I am so impressed. This was not a sponsored video by Vitamix. There was no sponsorship involved. They have no clue that I'm making this video. I am just very, very satisfied with this blender. Thank you guys very much. Have a good day, and we'll see you in the next one.